So we all know, right? I am basically from entertainment company. My name is Anish. I am representing G Entertainment today. As a content company, every year we launch almost 100 plus TV shows across markets. One of the key metric that we track is the launch day reach. Basically, how many people come and sample our shows on the first day of its release. What we really don't know is how much of the reach is driven by each of the marketing vehicles that we basically deploy. We don't know that. That's where Project Harmony actually helped us and understand how much of the contribution coming from each of the media vehicles that we deploy, right? That has become really a game changer for us. So today we will present this in a slightly different fashion. Can we have a video, please?
Good morning, everyone. This is Anjali. I have been preparing for this day for the longest time, wishing to be able to present to you this dream of a project that we have been pursuing for over a year. But unfortunately, due to some complication in my ongoing pregnancy, I could not make it to the venue and I will have to present this online. I will try to make sure that this distance is not a barrier between us, and I will let technology be the true intersection and show us the power of "and". Now, we have all heard of marketing mix models for the longest of time. We know that these models are there to enhance sales and revenue for tangible products. But what if the product is not a soap, a chocolate, or even a car? What if the sales is not driven by the number of units sold, but rather the number of hearts touched through a story? And as we all know, stories do not just convert, they resonate with audience emotions. So being in a content company, we dreamt of creating our own marketing models, which could revolutionize the traditional media planning and give us a not so product focused, but rather emotion focused media planning models. Okay, let me take you back a little bit back in time where it all started. We at Z were facing some recurring business problems. Number one, we had a declining core audience, which is our loyal viewers spending the maximum amount of time in our shows and our channels. We also observed that there is a huge chunk of audience spending that amount of time in competition content and not our, which also tells us that if targeted properly, these audiences can be won back as our own core. The second problem, which we all know, is the growing importance of hybrid viewers or AND viewers, which also leads us to another issue of high frequency exposure for any new content conversion and persuasion. What we realized was the traditional media planning techniques that we were using with a single brushstroke demographic TG and a siloed reach approach was not working out. Our budgets were all over the place and we were not optimizing it to the ROI focused approach. This led us to lay down certain objectives and go to our AI tech partners DataPoem to give us a sustainable solution, which is not just educational but can also be implemented across our language markets throughout the organization. We wanted something which can be understood through each of the market nuances, how shows are launched in different markets, what are the different media vehicles working for them, and also a model which not just uses these media vehicles in siloed approach, but gives us a synergistic impact of all the medium coming together so that we can amplify our final KPI, which is the launch day reach. We also wanted to equip our marketing users with a self-learning AI-based tool that they can use to quickly turn around media plans, multiple iterations using different custom targets within minutes. Not just that, we also wanted to add a human touch to this approach. Now, talking about the Harmony human touch, let me tell you how we tried to develop tailored targeting techniques by aligning audience segments with each show's unique thematic appeal and creative positioning. For example, in one of our show launches, where There was a unique story theme of two generations of female persona coming together. We tried to create custom targets using Harmony. One of the custom target was a Sita prototype representing a mid-aged mother who's balancing her own in-laws and daughters. The second custom target was a Durga prototype who is a young Gen Z female, headstrong but also knows about her traditions and values. What we did is we brought together these two custom targets, not just creating different media plans, but also helping our creative teams to develop different promos for these two personas. And that resulted in a show success. Talking about success, now let me take you to the proof of the pudding, where we implemented 10 shows using Harmony in 3 of our language markets, and I would like to share some big wins with all of you. First and the foremost, what we saw was there was a 95% above tool prediction accuracy of the final KPI launch day reach using Harmony, which gives us the testimony that the tool is working as planned. Secondly, we were able to achieve a 10 to 15% slot growth in each of these launches within the same budgets as before Harmony, just a bit more optimally utilized. Thirdly, the time spent by each of the marketing teams for media planning reduced by more than 50%, as now they could turn around media plans in the AI tool within minutes, reducing their manual effort and giving them more time to think on the story part of the plan. Next, and the most important win was that this model, focusing on the ROI based and conversion led budget split, helped us in decluttering our media plans, reducing the number of media vehicles by 40%, increasing sufficiency by more than 50%. So, these were some of the great wins, and this was all from my side on how we conceptualized Harmony to solve our business problems. Now I would like to hand over to Anish, my colleague, and our amazing tech partners DataPoem to take us through what happened inside Harmony and how did it help us achieve what we were able to. Thank you.
Thank you, Anjali. And now that we have seen the 95% accuracy that we achieved, there are 4 pillar methodology that we followed that made it possible. The first one is we know every medium is strong on its own. We combined all of them to make them powerful. The second one is every medium impact on other medium that we analyzed, and then we married the reach and the impact, right? Combine them together to create the best possible plan out of it. The third one is from granular level, time band level TV planning till testing what if scenarios without even doing any A/B testing, all of them combined together, we were able to achieve this. The fourth one and the most important thing for this exercise is human and AI interactions. That is where the core thing will come in, right? Without human and AI interaction together, we would have not achieved 95% accuracy, right? With human intelligence combined with the power of AI data precision, logic and the human's imagination, right? When these all of them meet, right? You don't expect a small improvement in the model, or you don't expect something that my model has learned something. You expect a magic, right? That is where we see 95% accuracy. A plan that is generated in less than 2 minutes is the real magic that we created. Now I'll quickly hand it over to my colleague Shashank.
Thank you, Viru. So as you heard, Harmony represents a paradigm shift moving from a traditional linear planning to an advanced integrated AI plus human optimization and planning for maximizing the ROI. This workflow shows 6 interconnected layers, enabling planning from a macro level to a granular level. One can obtain an optimal media mix and its TV slot level implementation at a very granular level for maximizing any launch day reach. Now you might be wondering that what is making it possible. Here's where Harmony truly differentiates itself. The system is powered by deep learning based causal neural network. During the modeling, we take granular and comprehensive input from 50 plus different shows, including media and content, time slot implementation, time slots, organic and other non-media levers. The system learns countless permutations while accounting for synergy, non-linearity, and saturation effects. The another uniqueness of the system is that it can be updated at every quarter level, right? With the closing statement, I would like to say that this is a true ongoing power of a causal AI and human intelligence moving together. Thank you.
Any questions for us?
Hello.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
So we have a couple of questions, and the first question is, how did you make sure that the responses that you have collected through emotions will avoid the biasness due to mood swings happening at the time of capturing the data or the emotion from the person?
Okay, so that is a very good question. I think right now what we are measuring is a data-driven thing, right? But currently, if we have to introduce a mood swing, we haven't utilized that measure right now in the model, but we would like to request the committee that next time when we are, that is our target, when next time we are coming, we should have some creative measure in order to measure the emotions in the model.
Thank you. The other question is, with 40% downsizing in number of media vehicles raises a simple query like how many vehicles were in use prefecto and what were they? Are those brands?
Yeah. So in terms of media vehicles, when we started the project, right, so it was limited to all the traditional media metrics that we see, right, TV, print, radio, etc. As we analyze, that is where the human intelligence really comes in, right. When we are actually trying to optimize the model for the accuracy, that is where we came to know that when it comes to TV, it is not TV alone. It is distributed. There is TV home, there is TV cross, then there is an OSN network. Then when we are trying to analyze PT and PT, then there is an early prime time, then late prime time, then there is prime time. So all of them together, if you ask me, there are like 30 to 35 variables across all the languages that we did.
Thank you. I think one last question, and that is, what role does the synergy of AI and human expertise play in helping media brands maximize impact while maintaining financial stability?
Yeah, I think this is a very important question, and that is actually up for the theme that we are in, right? Like I just said some time ago, that model doesn't have any emotion, and it doesn't have, it is not fully creative, right? That is where the human's intelligence will come into the play, where you have to understand at what stage the model is and what kind of gaps that domain knowledge that the model is missing, and then the human intelligence has to come in play there, that you keep telling the model, okay, this is the wrong in the data, this is how you learn it, this is how you improve it, and then it goes and improves accordingly, right? And without human intelligence added, both in terms of the domain expertise and the imagination of it, that I don't think that we will ever be able to get the best out of any AI.
Thank you. That's all.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.